Introduction of biochemical oxygen demand, BOD. BOD measure the amount of oxygen consumed by microorganisms in decomposing organic matter in stream water. BOD also measure the chemical oxidation of inorganic matter. The test is used to measure the amount of oxygen consumed by this organism during a specified period of time, usually 5 days, at 20 Celsius. The rate of oxygen consumption in a stream is affected by number of variables, which is temperature, pH, the presence of certain kinds of microorganisms, and the type of organic and inorganic material in the water. Step number 1. Obtain a water sample from any sources you intended to test for its biochemical oxygen demand, BOD. Each sample should consist of 2 sets of bottles. One set of bottles will be tested on day 1. The second set of bottles will be stored for 5 days. So, these 2 bottles of water samples I had collected from this stream. Right. Next, we go to step 2, which is preparation of dilution water. Prepare dilution water by adding 1 ml of phosphate buffer, 1 ml of MgSO4, 1 ml CaCl2, and 1 ml FeCl3 solution to distill water and bring the final volume to 1 liter using a volumetric flask. Okay. Next, dilute sample to an appropriate dilution factor using dilution water. So, after that, mix and aerate the dilute sample until saturated with air. Slowly pour the diluted sample into a clean BOD bottles without creating air bubbles. Allow the water sample to overflow the neck of the bottle and insert the stopper firmly.
Okay, next, we should prepare 2 sets of BOD bottles filled with a dilute sample, and then each set should be composed of 3 bottles. Okay, and then one of the bottles, incubate one of set of the bottles at 20 plus minus 3 degrees Celsius for 5 days, or at room temperature for BOD measurement. Okay, and then to another set of bottles, add 1 ml of manganese sulfate (MnSO4) solution, followed by 1 ml of alkaline iodine solution with the pipette tip below the water surface. Then the purpose is to fix the sample so that oxygen exchange will not occur during testing. Okay, and then next is we should place the stopper firmly to exclude air bubbles or mop up any overflow water with a tissue. Okay, and then place the stopper firmly to exclude air bubbles and mop up any flow of water with a tissue. And then this could be alkaline, so we need to take care of it. And then next one is we need to hold in the bottle with a finger on the lid and then shake the bottle vigorously. And then next is when precipitate has settled successfully to approximately half the bottle volume, to leave clear supernatant above the manganese hydroxide chloride. And then we should add 1 ml of concentrate H2SO4 using a dropper pipette with the tip below the water surface.
Place the stopper and mix thoroughly. and the precipitate has now dissolved and iodine has been released to give a clear reddish brown color. Then titrate a volume of corresponding to 200 ml original sample. After correction for sample loss by displacement with reagents, thus for a total of 2 ml, which is 1 ml of MnSO4 and 1 ml of alkali iodide azide. Reagents in 300 bottle, which is titrate 200 times 300 over 300 minus 2, which is we use the titration for about 201 ml. Then then titrate with 0.25 mole of Na2S2O3 solution to a pale yellow color, which is the color has turned pale yellow. And then add a few drops of starch solution. It is used to have a deep blue color to form. Continue the titration until the blue color disappears and note down the burette reading. Then repeat another steps to obtain 2 more readings for another result.
Prepare 2 sets of BOD bottles, which are 3 bottles each set, filled with dilution water saturated with air for blend. Next, incubate 1 set of the blend bottles using aluminum foil at 20 plus minus 3 degrees Celsius for 5 days. Determine BOD for sample D1 and blend B1 on day 1. For titration of 200 ml sample, 1 ml of 0.025 molar sodium thiosulfate.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. For me, water is the main source in our daily life. Without water, you cannot do anything. So that we need to take care of the water from being polluted. Wastewater treatment is one of the process to remove the pollutants through a physical, chemical, or biological process. The more efficient the processes, the cleaner the water will become. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. For me, water quality should be looked seriously because we are using water every day in our daily life. If we don't take good care of water quality, then we had to face a poor water quality in the future. We ourselves has to take an action one step forward To prevent water pollution, we must stop doing those activities that can contribute to water pollution happens and that can affect our daily life. Thank you.
Biochemical oxygen demand, BOD. BOD demand is an important water quality parameter because it provides an index of to assess the effect discharge will have on the reserving environment. The higher the BOD value, the greater the amount of organic matter or foods available for oxygen consuming bacteria. Thank you.
So 8 ways to prevent water pollution. Get rid of polluted water before it ever happens. So here 8 ways to prevent water pollution. So first one, do not dump in or around rivers. Dumping is the one of the leading cause of water pollution. So the next one is to clean and maintain septic system properly. Septic tank will eventually leak and human waste become exposed to groundwater. And then the third one is follow all water laws and regulations. These regulations and laws are in place for a reason. So next, dispose of pesticide and chemical properly, because never pour this substance out in your project or in storm drain and the sink or in the toilet. All of these pipe and drain lead to the water source. Next one is never pour cooking fats and oil down the sink, because not only can this seriously clog up your drains. The next is refrain from using bleach when washing at home. It causes internal burning as well as poisoning and can seriously damage the environment. The next one is clean up your yard regularly. If you notice your neighbor getting very dirty, organize a cleanup day to get a proper place. The next one is educate yourself. Work to educate your friends and your family. Saving our water is not just for us, but it also for them. Bye bye. Thank you.